Hey, salute to you, brothers. We've got to have a conversation today because lately I've been seeing so much content out here. The brother, the new therapist that's in these spaces, talking on these channels, making his rounds, which is a noble gesture. Salute to anyone trying to make a difference, trying to provide good, encouraging information, trying to save the um, dating and relationship or improve the dating and relationship environment for many. I see the brother St. James. He's out here on these panels going around talking. He's trying to spread some wisdom and some knowledge. And I made a video the other day about we've been here before. Many of us have been here before. We've had these conversations, and they've been a continuous conversations. But unfortunately, the outcomes have been basically
a new program that I am
the same. What's up, my brother? Salute to you, man. Welcome to the chat. But we keep having these circular conversations about relationships. We have all these relationships and dating and experts and gurus. Salute to you, Red Pill. Welcome to the chat. But Dr. Cheyenne Bryant was the new thing. You know, she was out here gaslighting about religion, gaslighting about relationships, trying to change the script, projecting, attacking men, shaming men, being disrespectful. I'm glad Brother Corey Holcomb called it out about how disrespectful she is, lecturing men, lecturing people about relationship when she's been pretty much void of any real life example of what a relationship is or how she's excelling in her own personal life with these relationships. We have the Panda Bear community. We have all these people out here selling a bunch of drivel. Outcome cannot be measured. But it's the same regurgitating talking point now. Now the strategy has doubled down, you know, in terms of the church. What Red Pill say, it's a waste of time, like the Quran states. It's like whether you warn them or not, those who will not listen won't listen. Absolutely. What's up, my brother? Stream at your boy. Salute to you, man. He's checking in from provincial in the Caribbean, away from the American plantation. Modern women price themselves out the market. Gaslit doing work in 25. Productive men winning. Salute to you for that, man. You know, it's gotten to the point. And you know what's so funny, right? They think that we are not up to the game. That's the crazy part about this, right? They think that we don't get it. We don't see the mental gymnastic. We don't see them using the church to rebrand themselves. The church is the new rebranding center. It's not that they're like, I salute to anybody who wants to go to the church or wants to, how would I say it? Spiritually improve themselves. Anybody that wants to develop themselves, everybody who wants to live the righteous path. But I have suspicions that that's not what they're trying to do. I have suspicions that they're trying to cleanse themselves in terms of a superficial rebranding. What's up, my brother? In between flights, salute to you as well. The superficial rebranding is more of a rebranding effort than an effort to make real changes in their mindsets, their mentality, in their ideology, and how they live. That's why you see now what's popping up is a lot of Christian feminists who have selectively picked and choose what they choose to follow in the Bible. And like I said in my video prior, the way to flush them out is when you talk about, the man being the head of the woman and all that stuff. That's what flushes when you hit them with some stuff that flushes them out. You got to get deep. Was this the one here? Where are we at on that slide? This is how you flush them out. Them Christian feminists don't like that. You flush them Christian feminists out with these two scriptures. Ephesians 5:23. That's how you flush them feminists out. Hey, man, appreciate your support, man. Red Pill Science, $5 super chat. Guys, if you want to support this channel, please do. Make sure you guys hit the like button. He said, keep up the spiritual, psychological fight, exposing delusion. Facts, my brother. Appreciate you, man. Always supporting, man. If you guys want to support channel, please do. My brother in between flights, salute to you, man. And of course, always supporting your boy, man. Red Pill Science. But this is how you flush out a Christian feminist. Because she's going to do, if you hit her with this, she's going to do one thing. She's going to change the conversation. She's going to, one, outright reject it, or she's going to change the conversation to meet what that means. And she's going to try and add qualifiers to us. This is how you flush out a Christian feminist. And then if she starts lecturing you about God and the Bible, you hit her with this. Boom. I don't allow women to teach or to act superior to a man, but to be quiet. So any woman you see out here lecturing men about religion, you remind her of her place. If she's out of alignment, Oh, yeah, he said, lest it goes deep. He said, God, what you under the mind? Oh, my God. That's how you flush out a Christian feminist. Because if they're really Christian, they wouldn't be out here telling men how to live. That would be the job of the elder men. The elder men are the ones supposed to be talking to men, not women, right? So that whole mindset, mentality, and strategy is completely flawed. He said, America is a great place to make money and build your investments. It's a terrible place for relations with women. I think we're down to the 5%. I would say in terms of, like, if a guy really wants to get one of the chosen few, I think we're into the 5% up right now. But the religious hustle is the new thing. I've seen it now everywhere. I mean, it's like the ultimate silencer, because, they'll say, well, Jesus forgave me for my sins. So why do you have a problem with it? And they'll be born again virgins. They're just like they rebirthed themselves. They've found Christ and all the sins have been erased. Now they're lecturing you and telling you what a demon you are. Now you're a demon and they're righteous. They forget about all them deeds they took in the past, how they've been ran through, vigorously and viciously pounded out. They forget about all that stuff from the past, all that demonic stuff they was a part of. They just got erased. And they've been purified and sanctified, and they're ready for marriage. Right? Now they're ready for marriage. The hustle, it's like they're, and you know what's behind this, right? It's the damn economy. It's the economy. It's the economy. It's inflation. It's removing all of the government programs. They're scared. They don't have any genuine desire to be in relationships with men or to submit to a man's leadership. You know, my brother, salute to you, man. Appreciate it. He said, another $5 super chat. He said, Christian, Keisha feminists are cooked. They're done. Had reduction of government programs and payback on student loans. They're fried. Seek peace and avoid them. And also, my brother, IA. I don't know how IA is going. AI. I'm sorry, AI. My apologies. AI. I don't know how AI is going to roll out in the next 5 or 6 years. But AI is going to have a huge effect on many of these, menial jobs or whatever else, and that's going to hurt a lot of people. But I think men are going to be a little more crafty because they can work, and there's still infrastructural things that need to be done that men are usually a part of. How will AI affect the job prospects? So what I'm saying is that they don't come from a humble place, they don't come from a humble place of really wanting to be under the leadership of men, because I watch all these podcasts, right? None of these women have been raised to be wives. They've been raised to compete with men. They've been raised to be strong and independent, to be go-getters, to go after the same jobs men are working. So this is the quick way you flush out a Christian feminist. Hit them with this Ephesians 5:23. They're either going to reject it, try to redefine it, or try to add extreme qualifiers to it. Because a truly feminine woman will just accept it. A woman that's not a feminist would be like, for the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. A truly Christian, submissive, feminine woman will not argue that. Because the truth of the matter is that if she gets into a trauma conversation, well, the man's got to be deserving of this and the man's that, then the next question would be, isn't your father supposed to help you pick the man that you get with? Isn't your family supposed to help you vet the man? So the man would be deserving of this respect if your family helped you vet it. But again, what do we have? It's a matriarchal culture, right? So they don't look at it that way. He said they should be scared, right? They're being scared. AI, yep. AI, they scared of AI. Nothing is more terrifying to the modern woman in the times that we are in now. The modern feminist, there's nothing more terrified, Yep, they're not raised to be wise. They're raised to be your competitor. And when they get in the house, they see you as the evil patriarchal oppressor, and they want to literally bring down and destroy your power. They see you as, look, I ain't gonna let him tell me what to do. I got the benefits of this marriage, the provision, the protection, but he ain't telling me nothing. He said, watch out for these big witchcraft movement, Apple and Amazon coming out with a reality show about black witches to come to. Yeah, it's exactly. Yep, absolutely. But here's the fundamental misunderstanding that a woman don't understand. Okay. Here's where things get confusing for women. Brothers, unlike us, we understand what real options look like. As men, we live in reality. Every day we walk outside, we deal with truth and reality as men. Women get attention, and women don't understand. We talk about testosterone, and women don't understand our natural desire in terms of sex. And this is what they don't understand. Now, if you look at women's testosterone level, right? This is what they don't understand. Women's testosterone level. You guys can see that. We got to keep bringing this up for the ladies because they seem to be this misunderstanding. So there we are. Women's testosterone level, 15 to 70 nanograms per deciliter, right? 15 to 70 nanograms per deciliter is women's testosterone level. Men range from what? 250 to 1,000? And I brought that topic up for a reason. Because what happened with the internet, so that the women can understand the biological difference between us is tremendous. So men are just programmed to be drawn to women, want to have sex with good-looking women. So it takes quite a bit of discipline and self-control to be a man. It takes quite a bit of discipline and self-control. So when a woman is saying in her mind, oh, all these guys are trying to get at me. Oh, they trying to sleep with me. Or they trying to get at me. They want to date me. The men that are giving her attention, she automatically assumes that these men are options for marriage because they want to have sex with her. He said, did you know that stress can encode it into sperm and affect the children? Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. I totally agree. Yeah, it has been a proven fact. But the tremendous difference in our biology, even women don't even understand how men who may not even like them will still have sex with them. Men who don't even like them will still have sex with them. And trying to explain this to women, they seem not to get it. And that's why in social media, expanded women's options exponentially. They still didn't understand there's two types of options out here. The social media options that exist out here. Social media versus reality. And this is what they don't understand. So I have kindly prepared a graph for women to help explain this. The social media options for women husbandry and the reality tree. Because what's happening out here right now, I hear a lot of people talk about, the marriage rate declining, birth rate declining, and whatever else. And there's only a certain percentage of the men that are having sex with the majority of the women. That doesn't that doesn't matter, because none of these men are marrying these women, creating families and communities with these women. They're just hitting them. That's why this T app is going to come out and be exposing all kinds of stuff. They're just having sex with them and passing them to the next man. And you sooner or later, you see these women at the church, and then they start with this religious gaslighting, because you can't tell them they ain't hot, because the men are giving them attention, but they don't understand the difference between real attention for something meaningful and long-term and a dude that's just horny and wants to get in their pants. They assume the two things are the same. And in their mind, they have this mindset, this mentality that there's a whole bunch of guys out here just can't get it, can't wait. But this is the problem. When they actually deal with men that have some type of optionality and maturity and have worked on themselves and have the self-esteem and the confidence, that guy is not going to just take them up because they're female or whatever else, because he has options. And he's not just getting with them, wifing them up or whatever else. So that's what the reality tree is. So social media has created so much the illusion of options for them that it's hard to even have a conversation with them. You're talking to somebody that's completely insane. And you see a woman now, she might be a little older, and you look at her like, oh man, that woman is sexy. How is she single? How is she single? Man, who missed this one? Imagine in the era where this thing is in our face all the day. All these women have Instagram, Facebook. They have apps. They go to the work. They go to the gym. They're walking around all day long. And here's this sexy woman just walking around in America. We're not talking about overseas. Overseas, there's a whole bunch of single, sexy women walking around, because most of the time in the population is the women outnumber the men. And, you know, there's a whole lot of beautiful women now because beauty becomes common and beauty becomes normal around those parts. There's just so many options in some of these places. But here in the West, especially, I mean, women make money. They have all this government support. They have all these government programs and whatever else. You see these women, you run into them like, oh man, she looks good. Then you start talking to her. Now, the ones that have gone to church and the older ones, they've gotten good at selling bullshit. They'll gaslight you, religious, or try and get a simp to take them out on dinners. And, you know, I know my worth. I know my value. They know their worth. They know their value. There's a guy that's coming over 11 o'clock at night, sausaging her down, but she's going to gaslight you about her worth and her value. Because remember, just because they're single, it don't mean that they ain't having sex. And I'm glad they have this new T app out that's backfiring on the women. Passport OG did a special, you know, I don't play that video, man, but that new T app is going to really show, you know, expose a lot of the women. But they have this mentality. So you see a woman walking around, she claims very few single women nowadays. Very few single women. And you say, how did this one miss? But you don't realize there's some guy that's walking, that's like this right now. There's some guy that's experiencing, you see that beautiful woman you just walked by? There's some guy that's been dating her for like 2-3 months. Because even with the Christian feminists, they can only, some of them are really good, they can kind of last until they get some guy who doesn't, to get to marry them. But some of these women, because they've done no self-development, these relationships are only lasting like a month, 2 months, until they can't hold out no more. And they just let that inner be out of them. And the guy's like hell to the no. He goes to that period of PNC and he starts doing a close evaluation of her and realize that she's like, you know what I mean? It's crazy, man. But Passport OG did a real good video on that. Where we at? I gotta let this video play for a couple of days so he gets his views. But it's funny when he talked about that new T app. To give you an example, this brother right here, let me bring it up. Let me remove that out of there. Yeah, Passport OG, I put in, did this video the other day talking about the T app. This is one of those brothers, this is the 11 p.m. dude. Again, 2025, dang, if she looks good, got a body, they ain't single, man. In America, they got dudes in their DMs. They got dudes that they're talking to. They got dudes on standby, dudes in their friend zone, dudes, even the old ones that be hiding out in the church. They got dudes somewhere, somehow trying to get at them. They're not single. But this new T app, man, this is the 11 p.m. dude that comes and smash him out. The young brother.
My brother just called me to tell me, "Oh, bro, I think you need to hop online. They said you in that T app." I know. Oh, I know I'm in that T app. I'm a master manipulator. That's all I do.
In my busy day today in studying and working and whatnot, I thought I wouldn't have time to make a video, but then I remembered the importance of not only having joy, but sharing joy with others. And this particular subject gave me a joy that I've not felt in quite a while. And I want to share it with you.
I think that part of the reason why so many women have decided not to date men or are being very selective and very intentional is because it's not possible to love yourself and a man at the same time. Most men will not allow that.
In a vacuum, this sounds like profound, deep thought and advice. But we also know that we're living in the cappiest of cappiest eras when it comes to people talking about things online, especially young women and who they're dating.
That's what you call I'm going to get back to the video. Salute the Passport OG. I'm going to leave this link in the description. This is what you call a chick that's on meds. You see those rings in her nose and rings and whatever else? This is one of them chicks that's on that heavy meds. This is what you call a crazy ass right here. But anyhow, let's continue on.
Dating. And that's why the T app is not just a gift, but it's the gift that keeps on giving, because the veil is not there anymore.
That's all I do. Manipulation, gaslighting. I pretty much made the handbook. I don't give a damn. All exposure is good exposure. And you might be the next victim. Watch your step on this bitch.
There's an old saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder. in a time when we didn't have smartphones in our pocket and the time where we couldn't meet the young lady that we were desiring of, we had to fill it with ideas of how beautiful she's going to be the next time we saw her, or the emotions that we felt in waiting for her. But the last gentleman let you know already that in this social media age, that's over. He is letting young ladies know he is toxic from the jump, and they keep coming. It is a dream come true, this app, for guys that wondered, what are women really like? Is the app putting it all on display? And guys are enjoying every piece of it.
I rolled over and woke up. It's getting spooky. Hey, fellas. Don't post your favorite little sneaky link or your little whoop-de-whoop, your little hoe girlfriend, whatever it should be you want to call that hoe. Check up on her, because I just checked up it. I know some hoes that you in there.
I didn't realize that bonnets were the new fashion for the young guys, but you're going to hear a reoccurring theme among many of these guys talking about this app.
How the f did I get on the T app? I used to work with him. He gave me gay vibes. What? I only worked one job with females, bro. And I was at Olive Garden when I was a server. And the reason why I didn't f with none of y'all is because y'all was already all the on the job. Peep this. The already told me, showed me text proof on who the f was already getting cracked. There was nobody at the Olive Garden that wasn't getting cracked on Camp Creek Parkway. Yes, I set the location, and I know who the f did that shit. So you mad I have self-respect? You mad that I didn't give you the attention that you wanted and added to your high body count? And then the first given opportunity, you want to slander my name? What the f is wrong with you, gang? You need serious help. T-App, go ahead and make a male version. Now. There
are some people that are calling for a male version of the T-App, but I don't think you really need to do that. I think in this age where so many young ladies are craving attention, I think all you have to do is wait. As a matter of fact, if you follow the Reddit post, you're going to see that, well, many of these young ladies are, and I hate to say it that way, but
I know a lot of people see my video about the T-App. The are now crying down the wall and saying that they don't want to play no more. I do not. I want to preface.
Hold on. Hey, you guys, hit the like button real quick. We only have 5 likes on the live stream. It's like 16 people in the chat. You guys go and hit the like button. Let's move the stream, guys. Hit the like button. Let's get these likes up. Make sure we at that. I gotta hit the like button too. So, gentlemen, please hit the like. Ladies, gentlemen, whoever's watching, just hit the like button. Let's get these likes up. And we'll continue on with the show. Let's continue.
Is this? I do not agree with revenge porn whatsoever. And you cannot sue if this is true. It's not defamation of character if this is true. But I'm on to you. You don't want to play no more. And it literally just clicked to me. Y'all be getting trains ran on y'all. Am I allowed to say that on TikTok? I don't know. I hope this doesn't get taken down. You that are homebodies catch a lot of bodies at home. Like a plethora. Okay? I feel like men shouldn't even know what the inside of your house look like. Let's start there. But I'm on to you. I'm on to you. Y'all don't want to play no more. Y'all cop and plea. Oh, y'all doing too much on the app. Now they're making an app for us and da-da. Why would you be upset? I would know if my sex tape gets around only because I'm tatted all over my body. I'm going to know exactly who took that video. And I'm going to get you. I'm going to call Lisa Bloom and I'm going to get you for everything that you got. However, I'm on to you. Y'all don't want to play no more because they about to play hardball.
312, 313.
The main casualty of the T-App is going to be the remaining little bit of facade that many of these young ladies are relatively chaste. I'm not saying that all ladies have given up being chaste. What I am saying is that on average, I think many men have not really caught up to the idea of how free many of these ladies have become. I mean, this is a young lady who is essentially looking down on the ladies on the app, and she's letting you know that she's had quite a bit of experience.
Right. So once again, now, will they make a T-app version for men? I don't even think it's necessary. It's not necessary. It's definitely not necessary. I mean, why not? Because here's the thing about it is this. If the app was designed to expose these men, but it only reversed and exposed the women, and they're complaining about these men, but here's one fact. You still had sex with him. No matter what you say about him, you still had sex with him. That's still a body. That's permanent. So now men know what you give away and how you give it away without any commitment, without any expectations of relationship. So even if you try to rebrand yourself, the internet has memory. And that's already there. So they can go back and pull that, you know, whatever they recorded it or whatever you put out there on that T app, and now it's backfiring on these women. Let's continue on.
So the question is, how much more experience have the young ladies on the app had?
Why did you Garfield brain shotties hop on a T app, start lying on dudes you know got videos and proof of you getting cracked by the team at B&Bs? Why would you lie and talk on dudes that you know you were secretly meeting up with when you had a man? Now you all over Reddit for your boyfriend, baby daddies, and family to see. They uploading text proof and photo proof. Now y'all don't want to argue no more. Nah, Kiki, tell them how my boy ran that train on you and you engaged. You don't want to talk about how you and your homegirls lied and all y'all came to the B&B and got crushed. Y'all really cooked yourselves with this one. A shawty just got herself exposed for getting cracked by the whole city because she want to hop in the comments and say, oh yeah, he get around. No, come to find out you get around and your baby daddy don't even know. Who put their baby on the floor so they could get cracked on the bed? By a stranger. Yo, BD ain't know about that. Hey, just know, God forbid, let it in Florida. It's not going to be a good day, bro. You see, Florida shawty staying out of this. They know. It's not going to be a good day in Florida. Then y'all forget these dudes got homegirls that's going to show them all y'all photos and what y'all saying about them on the app.
The greatest casualty in this new revelation of the T app is the innocence lost. The idea that many of these young ladies are chased and they are waiting for a special guy to come along. And when that guy's not there, they are waiting in their room, watching Netflix and just eating popcorn. The revelation is that many of these young ladies are in love with the sneaky link. And maybe the developers of the app were thinking about this before, 5-6 chess moves ahead, and thinking that these young ladies, instead of talking about how toxic men are, they're going to actually reveal how active they are in this modern dating market. And for the young lady that's between 18 and 30, and she's saying, I'm living my 20s for myself, now the question becomes, how many of these kinds of sneaky links did she have? How many of these types of guys are in her past that when he takes her phone, when you're trying to date her and she jumps off to the middle of the night and says, I'm going to go out with my friends, and she's dealing with?
My brother just called me to tell me, oh, bro, I think you need to hop online. They said you in that T app. I know. Oh, I know I'm in that T app. I'm a master manipulator. That's all I do. Manipulation, gaslighting. I pretty much read the handbook. I don't give a damn. All exposure is good exposure. And you might be the next victim.
Now, a gentleman that...
I mean, you can't make that crap up, man. That's where we at. That's where we at. But let's get more deeply into the topic today, which is gaslighting value and invoking religion, the new strategy for women who have mismanaged their youth. And I think this is where the future is going. You know, and like I said, right now, what the church has become, it's like a rebranding center. Religion, spirituality, the church for today's modern women is the ultimate rebranding. Because I'm glad when Corey Holcomb went in on this fake ass doctor. Salute, my brother. Timothy Harden, peace and blessings to you, man. This is where they all hide out now. They all hide out in the church. Everybody's hiding out in the church, you know. And the problem is that it's so insulting to intelligent men. It's almost, I wouldn't even say disrespectful. It's like when somebody tries to scam you and the scam is so low level that like you like, yo. And I'm glad this woman finally got exposed. And Tasha Kay has been going at her. Tasha Kay has been going in on this woman. A complete and utter fraud. But again, they liked her because what? Fake qualification, but she was going in on men, especially black men. She's going at Cam Newton. She's going at, whatever, Nick Cannon and all the rest of these whatever men. Never had anything to do with the women who of their own free will and choices chose to be one of Cam Newton's baby mamas because of his status, his money, and his fame. Let's stop the front. Money, status, and fame is why they went in and had a baby by Cam Newton. Got nothing to say about these women. But even her herself, she's talking about a dude that she's messing with. A fantasy dude who nobody's ever seen, who's supposed to be not mentally mature. And then she's gaslighting about her having a baby at 42 years old and how she's preserved her value by being in the gym and not having a baby for all these years. That doesn't mean she hasn't lost any of them. Well, maybe because she might have been allegedly in an alphabet relationship. I mean, you can't get pregnant sleeping with the same gender. So, I mean, it is what it is. But then everything just unraveled. And Corey Holcomb was right when he really dealt with this, when he really, exposed her, because he really said what she was. She wasn't real. Well, they like it. They like panda bears. That's why the panda bear content is so good. They like these fake relationship gurus and everybody else. But now what's happening now is because of the economic challenges that we see right now. I mean, like I said it early in the show, they are scared. That's why they haven't really went at this, the brother St. James, the black male therapist. They haven't said anything to him in terms of trying to break him down, destroy him like they did with Kevin Samuels. A couple of simps have went at him. The panda bears and simps went at him a little bit. But the women haven't really been going at him. Maybe it's just because of his tone. He really recognizes and deals and addresses the emotional side of things. That is a part of it too. But, hold on a second. Hit the like button, guys. We got like 17 people in here. Hit the like button real quick. We haven't really they haven't really gone in on him like there was like Kevin Samuels was a shock to the system. Kevin shocked the system because for so many years we live in a gynocracy that was so used to men pandering to women. And men have been silently withdrawing from the dating and relationship market, mainly because for most men, if there's because the sexual liberation went to a whole new level. So to your brother, Larry, I see you coming in. Because the sexual liberation was so much, the market was, guys were like silently taken out, He said to put this experience on the T app. The T app it will be an absolute disaster for women. Because what women don't realize is that men's perception of, like, if you expose a guy as being toxic and jacked up, oh yeah, us as men, well, either way, if you expose a guy as being whatever, you also expose the fact that you've slept with that guy. You see what I'm saying? Like, to women, they don't understand that we count that as a body. You talk about a guy, you say, well, this guy was this and he was that and he was this and he was that, but you still slept with him. So it really is an app that benefits men. So like, whoa, you giving away all of your goodies like that. So now you can really put her in a box. Like, this woman ain't, this is, leave her the hell alone. Or she becomes like, for some guys that are into it, she may just become recreational use only. But you get an idea of what she will do. So when she tries to ask men for commitment and try and get into a relationship with a certain type of man, like, you got smashed by Mook Mook. He smashed you at the Motel 6 or some shit. Yeah. He said boopify, yeah. So that's what the biggest problem is with that, is that all it does is it just, he said boopify. I don't think, what? I think the female version, you don't even need the male version. Just check out the female version. Because if you get the male version, some dudes are not going to tell the full story. Women, see, the thing about it with the culture is this, like, women can't help but run their mouth, because remember, the whole idea is trauma bonding. Even bad and negative attention is still attention. And they want to be the best. That's how people have made a lot of money, because women love trauma bonding. They like talking about trauma. They like talking about, they'll say anything online nowadays. He said, Larry said he wouldn't download any of these apps. Neither would I, but there's ways to do things. Maybe you're gonna burn a disposable phone or something. But I mean, at this point for us, man, it's like, it is what it is. We can pre-recognize these retired 304s. But the app backfired. But it doesn't mean that they're going to stop. They like it too much. That's why Tyler Perry has made all that money, because they like trauma. They like the Color Purple narrative. They like talking about how this guy cheated on her and how he this and this and that, or what a piece of crap this guy was. But the guy is still smashed. He still had sex with you. And now that lets a man know this is what she's willing to allow to enter her body. She's willing to allow this to enter her body. Yeah. And that's way, you can kind of, they don't know how we perceive these things. And that's why, like I was telling the dude, when these women start talking, don't correct them. Don't try to silence them. Let them keep talking. Madagascar, salute to you, man, Mr. Smith. You want these women talking. Keep them talking. Keep them on that T app. Keep them on TikTok. Keep them running their mouth. You want to get all the details about what they're up to. He said they're coming after Tyler because, yeah, it's like, yeah, they're coming after him. But you want them to, you guys, hit the like button right now. Get these likes up. When you got 12 likes, let's get this all the way up, brother. And you want to support the channel, you guys can send a super chat. But you want women to talk. You don't want to shame them. You want them to let them keep running their mouth on that T app, Instagram, Facebook, wherever. Let them keep talking, because that's how you know exactly what they're about. They'll snitch on themselves, they'll snitch on their girlfriends, they'll tell you about all the dudes, because all you got to do is keep counting. Oh, this guy was this and this guy was that. Boom, that guy smashed. That's one. This guy was this, that guy smashed. This guy smashed. That guy smashed. All those guys have slept with her. You know. You said they're coming after Tyler Perry. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, he already made all that money. You know, Larry. Unfortunately, you know, but they like it. You know. You said comments still hit it though. Yeah, but they can't stop talking, man. Man, look, even the old ones, they feel like bonding is sharing trauma for them. If things have happened in their life that's traumatic, they feel like they need to share it with the world, and this is how they connect. So they tell you all these messy details about everything that's going on. And that's when you got to like, oh, wow. It's really like that. And this is the reason why they complain all the time about dating, but dating is dead. Dating is dead. I mean, why would anybody spend their good hard-earned money for for a woman that's getting plowed? You go take her out on a date on a Saturday night, spend your good hard-earned money, and as them dude coming over later on that night, and he's enjoying her, and he don't got to take her on no dates. He don't got to spend that hard-earned money, because money is a reflection of your labor. Money is labor. You had to go work to get that money. You had to do something to get that money. And she's just going to enjoy your money and then go somewhere else. At the end of the day, hell to the no. That's why dating is dead. You know, and these women are complaining because they want guys spending money on them. But guys are smart, like, hell no, I'm not spending money. You still out here getting crushed out by some other dudes. Not going to happen. And they start complaining and making these types of videos and shit. This is Night Talk. Salute to the brother.
I know I'm not the only one who's been scrolling on that T app, or I know you're at home waiting to be accepted. You know, my bestie called me yesterday. She said, bestie, there's this app and they're exposing all the men. I'm like, tell me more. Tell me more. I want to know. She's like, you could post a picture of your man or the old man you used to talk to or a man that you want to talk to, and people will rate them a red flag or a green flag, and there's comments, and everything is anonymous. You could write hella comments and say whatever. You could say, dick was weak, they stink, they have kids, they're a deadbeat, they beat on women. You can say whatever you want about them, and they can't do anything because they don't have access to the app, because you got to take a picture of yourself to prove that you're a woman. So why I get into the app today, y'all, and I'm not thinking that it's like real, you know, like I'm thinking like, oh yeah, they're gonna expose people, but I don't think I'm gonna be knowing any of the people that's on there, right? So I get in, I'm scrolling, I don't see nobody I know, right? I don't see nobody. And I scroll a little bit more. Thank God my man ain't on there. Thank God my man ain't on there. But I didn't see his friend though. But yo, I seen people that not only that I'm friends with, but that I be seeing at the parties, that I be with at the parties, chilling with at the parties. I see people I know from the Bay, from Sacramento. I'm seeing all types of people. I'm looking at them like, clutching my pearls. They saying they giving out STDs and they burning everybody. They said they got 2 kids. I seen this one guy that I know. They say he got 2 kids and he's a deadbeat. And I didn't even know he had no kids. And I've known him for 6 years. They saying people stink. Some of the people I know, breath stank, dick weak, cornballs. Some of them say, oh yeah, he got a big dick. Oh, I just cracked that. Oh, this is my man. So if you about to die about him, then let me, like, it's girls that mess with the same man. arguing and beefing in the comments of the man. Like, I didn't think I was gonna see that many people that I knew on there. And I'm so glad that if they make a girl T app, I will be just fine. Okay. I'm loyal to my man, and I've been loyal to all my men. And I talk to one man at one time, and I love them wholeheartedly. And nobody can get on there and say anything about me. The only comment's gonna be hella green flags, like she sucked dick good as hell. That's all you can say about me. But yeah, y'all go download the app, and hopefully we'll get accepted, and go look at all the tea, because it's crazy.
Everything was all fun and games until I seen my little shit on that T app. Y'all can keep that. He ate fists for breakfast. And what's so crazy is I did not get accepted for 3 days. The day I get accepted, I'm with this nigga. Is this a sign? And then, mind you, I'm not the one that posted about my little shit. So who's more worried about my little shit than I am? Bitch, you want to know the tea before I do? Oh, keep on.
Attention all men, you need to be careful. There is now a T app. Apparently this app right here, the T dating app, is for women who are trying to avoid dating red flags in men. By posting men in that area that they live in, they might put some red flags, but sometimes they're just making up lies. One of my biggest fears is to end up on this app. I'm no stranger to women in my area, and then some. More, actually. So I just hope I'm not put on here and they're defaming my character. I'm gonna come clean. I've done a lot of shit. It wasn't bad. Everything was consensual, but dude, I can't have this going up. I don't think I was on there. I tried to infiltrate this app and really sign in to look up my area, see if I got put on there. I couldn't. They had a verification where you take a picture, you take a selfie to confirm if you're a woman or not using the app. And obviously I couldn't take a picture. I was like, damn, this is top-notch security. I can't get past this. But until I move, I'm in a small town, so I'm assuming I'm good. I'm pretty low profile. I should be okay. It's just like, damn, you know, I can admit I've had a lot of lore. So much so it got into conflicting friend groups, and that's how my first car got keyed. If you want that story time, let me know. But imagine all the hoes that you've ever had just posting pictures about you and just going in on you and just making shit up. We as men need to unite to take this app down. I don't like the vibes of this. This is not okay. Why not be just like men? When men sense a red flag in a woman, they either stay or they leave. Sometimes, most of them thug it out, I ain't gonna lie. But we find out on our...
Now, see, now that's the problem right there. They don't need to take this app down. That's what he doesn't understand about female nature and females in general. The women might see the dude on that app, and for some of these women, the way their mentality is, that might actually turn them on. If they see a man on this app and she said he came over and he pounded her out, they might get excited and get into his DM. I mean, Derek Jackson is still out here, right? Carrying on. There ain't nothing changed about Derek Jackson. Just because they see you on an app, that don't change nothing. That may just get them like, oh, wow, this dude be out here savaging women. I need to get savage myself. Or they might try and tame the wild beast. Some of these women are on some diabolical stuff. Remember, there's women that go and date dudes that are in prison. So if they see an alpha pounder on a T app, the women are going to get in his DM. That's how sick they are.
Our own. It's getting scary out here.
Oh shit, man. They got me on the T app. Dean went in back and forth since March. Things have been going well, blah, blah, blah. He just pretty secretive with his phone, but I fuck with him. I just want to know the T. Bitch, you should have asked me. I would have just told you myself. The picture this bitch chose. This shit is from 2021 in my tag photos, bro. I wouldn't even show this shit to my mother. 23 green flags, 20 red flags, 29 comments. We gonna see what they talking about. All right, first comment. He's easy. Emphasis on easy. If I'm easy, what does that make you? All right, second comment. Are you actually attracted to that? It's funny. I can't even be mad at that. 36 likes. You know, attraction is subjective. I think I'm handsome, so that's all that matters. But I already fuck with dark skin joints, brown skin joints, light skin joints, Asian joints, white joints, Hispanic joints. So I think I'm doing cool in that department. He's funny as fuck, but that's all he's good for. Easy as fuck. Not a complete eyesore, but he's champ. This is my favorite comment. Maybe I am a little champ on myself on the internet, so who knows? But go ahead, check out my YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Look at all the comments, likes, and views. People be fucking with me. When I'm in person too, they fuck with me heavy. So I don't know. I can't tell that I'm champ. Don't worry, I got a couple good comments in there. He said I've been around him and he's a really cool person. He seems really genuine. Y'all are haters. He's just cool as fuck. He's actually a really good guy. Don't listen to these bitches. He's cool. I went to high school with him. Nothing bad to say. He is very funny. Y'all are attracted to anything. Damn, bitch, why you gotta ruin? Our next page, he's honestly a good guy and he's actually funny and respectful. He's cool. Known him since middle school, not creepy as far as I know. Champ, but I mean only because he's not a street nigga. If you're into that type of thing, whatever. Oh, he's so cool. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm not even mad at it. It's kind of funny to me. But truthfully, like anywhere I go, niggas and women fuck with me. So maybe I am champ and hit, but damn. Shit, the way they treat me, I couldn't tell.
Why did you Garfield brain shotties hop on a T app, start lying on dudes you know got videos and proof of you getting cracked by the team at B&Bs? Why would you lie and talk on dudes that you know you were secretly meeting up with when you had a man? Now you all over Reddit for your boyfriend, baby daddies, and family to see. They uploading text proof and photo proof. Now y'all don't want to argue no more. Nah, Kiki, tell them how my boy ran that train on you and you engaged. You don't want to talk about how you and your homegirls lied and all y'all came to the B&B and got crushed. Y'all really cooked yourselves with this one. A shawty just got herself exposed for getting cracked by the whole city because she want to hop in the comments and say, oh yeah, he get around. No, come to find out you get around and your baby daddy don't even know. Who put their baby on the floor so they could get cracked on the bed? By a stranger. Yo, BD ain't know about that. Hey, just know, God forbid, let this shit hit Florida. It's not gonna be a good day, bro. You see, Florida shawty staying out of this. They know it's not gonna be a good day in Florida. Then y'all forget these dude got homegirls that's gonna show them all y'all photos and what y'all saying about them on the
We
app.
heard this one already. Let's continue on.
Knocked you out cold on numerous occasions. Nigga ain't had no money since 2022. he been cheating since forever. What the fuck can the T possibly tell you? I better not see my nigga on there. You should actually put him on there because this nigga's out here living nasty. Y'all burning me out with this shit. It's not that deep. There's nothing you gonna see on there about your.
Hey, this is a disaster, man. This is a disaster. It's a disaster. But I support it because you know why? You get brutal. It's about the women. It's not about the men. That's what these ladies. It's like you see a woman, right? And when she's in a group of people, you're in that group, and she's talking openly about sex, her past sexual experience, guys that she slept with. She's braggadocious, she's bold, and whatever else. She doesn't understand to the men around her in the back, even though they're smiling and talking and being courteous, we're like, yo, this dude, this chick ain't worth crap. They already made an assessment about her and her value, but in their mind, because nobody's told them that, and they don't have like, good, strong, hard father figures or anybody in their life, they think by revealing certain sexual things about their past and even sharing with other women, again, they care about the feelings and the trauma bonding, but men can easily find ways of getting on that app and like, whoa. This like the T app is a sexual history report. I need to make a video about that. That's what it really is. It's like getting a Carfax. The T app is becoming a Carfax because if the woman is keep putting up posting, she has been with all these men. It's a Carfax report. And it's crazy that, or even a criminal background, or let's like having a background a background report, or like a car. He said, "Oh, facts." All right, you nailed me with that one. That's exactly what it is. That's all the T app is. It's a Carfax. Yeah, it definitely is, Dave. Like you nailed it. It's a whole facts. Because they're giving you the inside game. Man, I'm telling you, this is the best thing ever. These women talking on the internet, you know exactly what to run from. I'd be like, it's like going on a date or being with a woman. Don't correct them. Don't push back. She says something weird or strange. Just ask more questions and like, oh, for real? Oh, wow. That's interesting. Tell me some more. This is me. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Tell me some more. Oh, wow, yeah. Listen, don't judge. Let these women talk, man. You know, let them talk. You want women talking. You want them talking, man. Let them talk. You can make a better assessment if you don't judge. Let them talk. Like, let them keep talking. Giving up the game, giving up their past, giving up information, telling you about all their trauma. You know, yeah, hell yeah. He says social media is a godsend to men. Let them snitch on, man, I'm telling you, it's the best thing in terms of that. Because now you can see exactly which her history report. All right, let's go down her history report. Yep. And like I said, for the young guys that are on dates, or even if you were around a circle of women, don't correct them. Don't challenge them. Don't correct them. In fact, encourage further dialogue. Oh, wow. Oh, interesting. Okay. Wow, man, I tell you, that's fascinating. Oh, no. I'm not. I'm just listening to you for understanding. I'm trying to understand your perspective. That's all. You don't hit them with no judgment call, because then you don't have valuable data. Remember, that's why they like Tyler Perry movies so much. That's why they like sitting around on each other on phones and talking. And because we live in a culture where they're not corrected, and they're hooked on the attention, they're hooked on the drama, they're hooked on whatever, you let them snitch on themselves. And then you come back in. You know what I mean? But this all that is. It's a Carfax. I mean, a whole fax.
Nigga that you ain't already know, or that's gonna make you leave.
I rolled over and woke up. It's getting spooky. Hey, fellas. Go post your favorite little sneaky link. Woo. Or y'all little whoop-de-whoop. Your little hoe, girlfriend, whatever it should be you want to call that hoe.
Yeah.
Check up on her, because I just checked up and I know some hoes that you in there. You in there.
And as far as that T-Born app, fellas, do not follow the ladies' footsteps, okay? We are not them. We don't play by the same rules, okay? You fuck around and go post your girl in there to see if she did some shit, and some shit gonna get done to her, okay? We are polar opposites. The girls is doing it to warn each other. We doing it to find that information. The shit is turning us on, okay? Because what do you mean Shorty's a hoe when she was sucking the first night? She was sucking the first night? Let me get her email, because I'm not gonna lie. I'm asking for me. I'm asking for me. Drop it right.
Bruh, this is some nasty work, though, bro. This is some nasty work, bruh. It's like, this got to be the feds, bro. Because what the fuck? Thoughts. I'm conflicted, though, actually, bro. On one side of it, dog, because, you know, I live a virtuous life. So I am being a whole hypocrite compared to how I was back in my heyday. Because back in my heyday, when I was in these streets, bro, this shit would have scared the shit out of me, bro. This would have scared, and it would have sat me down. It would have sat me down. So, like, on that end of it, I would appreciate it given the perspective that I got now. You know what I mean? But the majority of bros ain't on the type of time I'm on, dog. And you know what they say? What is done in the dark.
I'm going to put this brother's link in the description. But again, he's out here. Yeah, let me hear what the sister has to say. She always got.
T-App was designed to expose men, but it's exposing y'all women. It's showing just how dirty and nasty the men that y'all have been dealing with are. Y'all get online with these high standards that you don't have in real life.
Facts.
Which is what I always say.
Facts.
You can't believe what they're saying. You got to watch what they're doing. They can
Right.
tell you all day what they won't do, but that app is showing you what they will do. Y'all are showing just how low vibrational the men that y'all have to pick from are. You can't sit up and say that you got all these options yet. These are the men that you're picking. The truth is, that's all you got to pick from. You have a bunch of group of nasty, terrible men to choose from, and you're just trying to find the best out of the worst.
Right.
But all of them are horrible. Everything that you have to choose from is horrible. because of how you are as a woman. You carry yourself in a way that there's a very specific type of man who would find you attractive.
They not trying to hear that, dog. The women that need to hear it ain't trying.
Yeah, but the men don't need an app. The men do not need a T app. You know, Larry said you see them on the street. I don't need the app. You see them on the streets with foul behavior and a way to dress and the way they dress. Yep, absolutely. But we really don't need this app. We really, here's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, your brother's right with the liability factor. The advantage men have is that women, especially women in the Black community, like to tell their dirty laundry because it's a matriarchal culture. And they feed off the energy of trauma and trauma bonding. So because they go unchecked and they run their mouth and all this other stuff, men don't need, you want women to just run their mouth and give their whole facts report. So you don't really need, men don't need an app. We just need them to keep talking. And then you know exactly how to vet them and skip them up. But I want to talk about Corey Holcomb and exposing, and we already had this conversation about this 304 doctor, Dr. Brian, giving people advice. This is 4-set media. Salute to the brother. But I'm glad Corey Holcomb gave sounded the alarm a long time ago about this chick.
5 minutes before she started. She wasn't even on the show 5 minutes before she started being disrespectful to him and yicking it up.
Paul, I love Paul.
With the other brawl.
You're what? 47. 7? Right. So which means he no longer a
47
unk. Which means you no longer a unk, you a papa.
in shape.
That means you a cook papa. You're no longer a unk. And young men are willing to wine and dine and prepare.
They are. But Paul Pierce is more street fortified than any of them I've seen her talking to on the internet.
Let's get into it.
Might not know, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. She, everybody can see the lie now. But I don't understand, how was she able to lie to you in the beginning? And you expect me to have respect for you.
Corey Holcomb was right about this from day one. He made it very clear in what issues he had with Cheyenne Bryant. As soon as she popped up on Cam Newton's podcast and she started going different places, and the way she was talking to these men, he made it clear. He knew how she got down back then.
This is what I'm trying to say. There's a different type of man, a different type of woman out here. You can't pull it on. But it's an abundance of people who give people credit for what they say, even though they ain't got no proof they are what they say. And I actually don't like those people because they help people like that fake doctor become popular because you are lame. You're not qualified to have a conversation with a slick ass from the streets. You're going to get ran over every time. I mean, this ain't people you hate all the time who have conversations with a slick from the streets. Like, I love Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon helped me in my career. But when I saw Nick Cannon talking to the doctor, I'm like, Nick Cannon trying to be a gentleman. When I saw Cam Newton talking to the doctor, I say, trying to be a gentleman.
Sucker for hoes.
You see what I'm saying?
Or their PR is paying a lot of money. Maybe she got good PR. Maybe they're paying to get her.
Every woman on a podcast sound like you, D.
What do you mean?
all the women
No, because what else does
want
she
to
have
say
out there?
something to justify who this lady is?
Justifying her. I didn't even know her from a can of paint. Do you know
I
that?
believe you don't know her from a can of paint, but like you
'Cause
just
I don't
said,
follow none of those
maybe
buzzword
heard
people.
this.
I don't
Have you
follow-
heard the women on almost every podcast that's sitting around with guys? I'm not talking about you, D. I'm just saying.
I'm not.
Yeah, but they into the, you know, the thing about it is this. Men ain't ish is what sells. Men ain't crap is what sells in that community. Bashing men, beating men over the head, disrespecting men, talking bad about men. You know, and she fit into that category. And then trying to downplay the effects of time and ages with someone like a Cheyenne Brand, who's basically a senior citizen. She's past the geriatric pregnancy age of 35. She's an old woman. She's a senior citizen on the Burton scale. And she's trying to keep herself relevant. I mean, she's pushing primarily just feminist propaganda. But the fact of the matter is that's what sells. That's why Derek Jackson is making so much money. That's why all these panda bears out here keeps telling things or talking things from the female perspective, because they know the women don't want to hear anything that's going to help them. They're not interested in truth or whatever else. They know the system. The system is feminism, gynocracy. How do you make money? You pander to the women. That's how you make money. So it's just a business decision with Cam Newton, because Cam Newton, despite his having, as long as you don't say anything that offends the women, you're going to make serious amounts of money over the long term. My brother, Top Gun, salute to you, man. Appreciate the support. Hey, you guys, you want to support the channel, please do, man. Appreciate the super chat, the $4.99 super chat, man. It's been a while, man. I appreciate your support, man. But that's the way these dudes move, man. It's like, I mean, like the Cam Newtons and all these other dudes. Nick Cannon is not going to mess up his money with the ladies, getting that on his podcast and everything else by calling her out. It's just easier to go along and get along to keep that money flowing, because we know how society works. We know exactly how society works. You know, as long as you're not saying anything about them or the alphabet community or certain other kinds of community, you can make money. So Cam Newton is thinking about his bag. Nick Cannon's thinking about his bag. You know, so it is what it is. Corey, he doesn't, you know, he just says what he says, but he's a comedian. So it's what it is.
You have grace for and
No,
the
I don't have grace for her, especially her. I'm saying that when people, didn't we just question that? Because we were like, how is it, Craig had actually said, how is it that she's getting on all these shows, right?
Because cake ass niggas, and look, don't nobody want to claim being a cake ass nigga. What is a cake ass nigga? Can we get a definition of a cake ass nigga first?
But I'm saying, what is it that she's actually promoting other than, I thought I was.
All her websites go to beg pages. She wants a donation.
And you don't think she's paying to like be on any of those shows?
Say that again, Craig.
Thing is, click here to book your life coaching session, join the newsletter. Looks like she's got a Dr. Bryant Institute. Let's just take a look at Dr. Bryant's link tree that's available on her Instagram. Mental detox retreat in Mexico, book a session, enroll in a hybrid life coaching, DBI financing, I don't know what that is, hoodies and t-shirts, purchase your tickets. And it's got a bunch of her appearances, it look like, on podcasts all over the place, magazines, more tips, free meditation.
She's basically milking. She's a pimp. That's what she is. Now, you know what's so funny, right? They mad at Tyler Perry now, right? Because see, the Straw movie didn't really give them the heroes or the true victim satisfaction that they really wanted. So now they hate Tyler. They mad at him because the trauma wasn't the type of they need a different type of trauma, like Color Purple gave this like empowering trauma plus abuse, the evil patriarchal male, and it was a balance of the type of feminist trauma propaganda that they like fed into their psychology. So that was like a whole different thing. So she's just trying to make money. I understand what Corey's saying, but at the end of the day, they're selling these women what they want to buy. That's what they want. They want Panda Bear content. They want they don't want truth. That's what people got to understand. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear lies because that's all they listen to. That's why when Cynthia G and all of them was on and popping, they were loving it. When Princella was telling all that garbage before she got cooked, messing with a woman, they loved it. They love this stuff, man. I'm telling you, they love it.
Institute, Dr. Bryant Institute. What is that? The book she's selling, A Hybrid Life Coaching. So yeah, she's doing a lot of businesses. Oh, DBI. Good gosh, she is selling a course, a hybrid life coaching certification course. $9,950 damn dollars. Damn. Corey was right.
Back pages.
No, Darlene, she don't have to pay to go on them shows. The lames want her to be on their show for one reason or another.
They trying to
fact.
Period.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you that her messaging is okay. As far as like her whole game is trauma bonding.
Yep.
That's all manipulative females can use to gain power, is basically pivoting off people's abuse by men over their lives, over their lifetime. Everybody has been abused by some type of man, whether it's physically, emotionally, in some way. So she's just using.
And it seems like she takes advantage of that point. And she actually has a lot of supporters that really just want to see her win for that very reason. No other reason, because everything is a red flag. This is what we've been telling them. Corey's been telling them. This is a red flag. Stop. Do not go. But for some reason, they love Dr. Bryant so much, and they will listen to what she says, regardless or if she's right or not. Well, Craig.
Lately, I'm like,
she talked to people, especially me.
My favorite one was get vertical. You got to get vertical. And it means I need to change myself, obviously.
So she's been able to shine in front of people that are.
Another one too, when they use the word manifesting, that's another huge red flag. You better manifest the work. You want real outcome, manifest the work. Who was using the word manifest a lot too? B. Simone. That's the ultimate X304 recovery, rebranding word. The rebranding word is manifest all the time because they're going to manifest them the perfect man. And I mean, obviously, that's the first sign that they've mismanaged their youth. But let's continue on, Corey.
On the simp side of the game, and I know they're gonna be mad at me, but what are you doing talking to a bitch about nothing? I ask any man that, what is you doing talking to a bitch where I'm gonna sit down with a bitch and have a conversation with her? What could possibly be found out from a bitch? Now, there are women out here that have something to say. I put them on my show. I love a woman with elegance and knows how to conduct herself in a way that's respectable. You would feel stupid disrespecting them. But here's a who has disrespected every man I ever seen her in front of, including Paul Pierce in the beginning.
Yep.
She wasn't even on the show 5 minutes before she start being disrespectful to him and yicking it up.
Paul, I love Paul.
With the other bra.
You're what? 47. 7? Right. So which means he no longer a
47
unk.
in
Which
shape.
means you no longer a unk, you a
47
papa.
in shape.
That means you a cook papa. You are no longer a unk. And young men are willing to wine and dine and prepare.
They are.
But Paul Pierce is more street fortified than any of them I seen her talking to on the internet. So he was like, hold on, wait. And he started talking to her like I'm supposed to talk to her, and she just hung herself.
And not only that, he comes from the same area that she comes from. There was so much power that he had in that statement. You from Long Beach. I'm from Inglewood. I know exactly who you are. I know your people. I know where you come from. I know how people in our area operate. Like, you can't pull a fast one on me. That was why it was so masterful. That was why I think this one was different. It became a masterclass in who are you? What's your situation?
Because she didn't have an answer. She created an AI nigga and lied on him, and he ain't never did nothing to her. She created an AI individual, this so-called dude that she say exists. That dude don't exist. Y'all, for all the lames who don't know, that dude don't exist. She had a girl that she used to call her security. That's where her work been. And she ain't gonna talk about it. The streets told me a lot about this girl, and I ain't even been talking about it. The girl burned people's clothes and everything.
Wow.
I know about you. Want me to tell you why? Because I know a lot of people used to hang out in the strip club. They know you. I told y'all this broad from the strip club.
He mentioned that.
I told y'all. But everybody want to act like the big bad black man is talking crazy. In fact, with this dude, I think his name was Ryan Cameron. He was caking for this broad so bad. And I tried to be nice because he's not qualified to talk to real people.
Right.
The man act like I was dogging the broad out, and I'm like, you don't even know this. This bitch ain't even got a history on the internet because she erased it. You don't.
Well, that's crazy. You know, he was trying to stick up for her because apparently they had a show together. It felt like he really couldn't stick up for her because he didn't have that relationship, or they had already had some type of issues. But apparently they're still doing some stuff on Fox together, some TV show.
She ain't even got a history on the internet because she erased it. You don't see her coming up in school and doing all that. Lames don't think like that. You don't see back how she used to move. She erased it. She's an extortionist. She extort weak niggas for a living while sucking pussy.
Man.
I dare somebody, I ain't got to say her name, we all know who it is. She extort the weak while sucking pussy. That's what she do. You ain't never been up against no mother like me in no debate. Cause
I'm saying Corey just obliterated her, man. But I think the best takedown came from Tasha Kay. The best takedown, I would have to say Tasha Kay, man. Like she really went in on this chick, man. It's like, hey, salute to O'Shea Duke Jackson with the celebrity jugs.
Brand Alicia Keys features, and ain't no man near around her. But she trying to tell y'all who y'all should get a man by. We finna talk about it.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. If you remember last week, I'm sorry for forgetting. If you remember last week, you remember that brother Corey Holcomb was weighing in on the Cheyenne Bryant, Paul Pierce interview collaboration. That was on the podcast. And what ended up happening was Paul Pierce masterfully got her to admit, and I'm talking about Cheyenne Bryant, that basically she was full of ish, okay? That she's not making sense, all right?
She's definitely full of ish. We heard Corey. But let's get to Tasha Kay. That's what I really wanted to get at.
And when they rip you off, because I'm sure there's going to be some books, some courses and stuff like that that's going to come out via her. And then you're going to find out, oh my gosh, she never liked men in the first place because her girlfriend booked her on Cam Newton's show for her to sit up and drag men because she's never liked men in the first place because they never treated her how she felt like she should be treated. So by default, she's not even a real. I think that Pride Month should say something about that. If you're gonna be gay all the way, don't be men don't want you because you used up and your edges is thin. Don't do that. Don't do that. No.
Now, here is Tasha Kay saying the what? Exact same thing that Corey Holcomb has been saying the entire time. Now, credit to Tasha Kay. She's been going after Cheyenne Bryant for a while. This is not nothing new. She's been on her behind for a while. All right. And now they're both saying the same thing. So it adds a little bit more truth to the speculation because neither one of them got any reason to be saying the same thing or working together. But both of them, and they in the industry, Corey in the industry in a different part of the world than Tasha Kay. So how are they both hearing the same thing about Cheyenne Bryant? Okay. And so after Tasha Kay put out this particular clip, which was like last week, she started off by talking about Cheyenne Bryant a few days ago.
You know, I've been out here dragging her, rightfully so, because I feel like she's just fake as fuck. Okay. And a lot of people tend to follow these so-called relationship gurus because it's kind of like they do like gotcha moments, like good quotes that you send somebody in the morning. And it's like, oh my God, that's real right there. That's you doing that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and they don't live by it. They have no prior experience to speak on like anything that they've never done before. She's never done a long-term relationship. She's done a 5 years on and off with a guy that's 9 years younger than her, who she claims is emotionally unstable. And that's the reason why they're not together now is because he's emotionally unstable, but yet they've been sleeping together and he wants to marry her. She's been engaged 5 times, has said no each and every time. She's going to have a baby this year, but nobody's on deck for her to marry. And she got a little upset when I pointed out that, you know, she's gay and gay by default, in my opinion, because don't no man want her. She's too masculine, right?
Now, she's also making the same criticisms that we've all seen. Like, okay, now, Corey said that the dude is AI, is all made up. She has a girlfriend, right? And then now she's saying all of these things that don't make sense. The dude is younger than you. You spent the block and, you know, you've been trying to build this audience with a female fan base. And these people decided they want to follow you. And really, you were nobody before. And now what really is the case is that don't nobody want you. And the reason why don't nobody want somebody like you is because you're completely too masculine. But Cheyenne Bryant heard this. Okay, she's been hearing the Tasha Kay criticisms, and so now she's asked Tasha Kay for this.
And so after my last video, her team hits me and hits my agency asking to debate me. Yeah, they were all in the comments. It was in the DM. Then I got a email. Then I got a call from my agency the next day saying, hey, they want you to come on and Dr. Cheyenne Bryant wants to debate you. For what? Like,
exactly.
Now, a lot of people would be like, you know what? Tasha, she probably would. I ain't gonna lie. I would lose that debate. You know why? Because she's catering and pandering to a group of women who are having current relationship issues. Like 60% of my audience. So of course I would look like, oh, you're attacking her. Oh, she hasn't said anything about you.
Now, Tasha's saying, well, hey, she's asking for a debate, a sit down.
Yeah, that'd be a terrible idea. That'd be a horrible idea because she will not play fair. Again, she represents a huge population of undesirables, insufferable women. Again, men have how many times more testosterone than women? Women have had all these options, all these years to pick a man. I mean, what one can understand a man being single based upon the toxic gynocracy that we live in. But for a woman to find a good, decent man, it's not the same experiences as a man, especially if she looks decent. So the biggest issue you see with a lot of these women like her is just insufferable. They're insufferable. And that's why many of them are single. They have destroyed relationships. They've left men, good men. They've made houses and homes. Many of them have been home wreckers. They have made houses and homes so painful, so irritating, so just jacked up. It's their mindsets and their mentality. There's nothing that Tasha Kay can gain from debating this woman. They're not even operating on fair grounds. Only thing you can lose. I think the best thing to do is keep cooking her like this. Keep cooking her. If she wants to make a solo video attacking Tasha Kay, go ahead. But keep cooking her without debating her because you already know what she thinks. And it's not going to prove anything. Just keep cooking her in these videos. Don't debate her. Don't give her that type of attention because she wants to try. She's not arguing from a solid foundation of rational thinking. She's arguing from delusion and female fantasy. How do you defend against somebody who's arguing from the premise that's not even sound? My philosophy on these women, don't debate them. Let these wild horses run free. No, don't push back. Don't fight against the river. Don't fight against the river. Let these wild horses run free. It's not up for debate. Let these wild horses run free. You're not changing anything. So that would only harm Tasha Kay. Let's continue on.
And Tasha saying, hey, this is one of the reasons why she might win the debate. I thought this was a pretty keen insight from Tasha Kay because Tasha Kay's actually married, all right? And has been married for a long time. And a lot of Tasha Kay's audience is unmarried. That tends to be the truth, even for somebody like me. If I was a married man and I'm debating somebody that's unmarried, and if you already disagree with marriage or don't find any value in marriage, it probably would be very difficult, very hard to beat somebody like that in an argument, okay? But here's something that I want to talk about. See, the ammunition will be on Tasha because I don't even think it needs to be a debate. Tasha got so much receipts. It will be the first interview. Now, if you guys remember that Kevin Samuels interview that Tasha Kay did, Tasha Kay liked Kevin. They were actually cordial, okay? But it will be no walk in the park. I can guarantee you that because Tasha Kay is not going to have to listen to what I'm telling you. Like, as nice as Paul Pierce had to be, and she talked about some of the objections that she would get, like, oh, you hate another black woman, all that. But Paul Pierce couldn't press that hard. As men, when we're talking to women online and even talking about women, it's just inherent. It's not because you're going to get flagged or anything. Even me, like, I watch what I have to say with women and when I'm dealing with them. Because women, they are sensitive. You can't say the same things you would say to a man. So you have to handle them delicately. But
yeah, you couldn't get any gain from that, man. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. But what's happening now, yeah, I wouldn't even mess with her if I was Tasha. Just let that wild horse run free. You're not going to change the minds of these women. They're listening to TikTok all day long. They got Instagram all day long. They got panda bears all day long in their ears. It doesn't matter. The latest, the greatest, the newest relationship coach, the St. James brother and all that stuff. You're not changing anything. You're not. I understand making content. I understand it for the perspective of doing something, trying, making an effort. But these are the same stale conversations over and over again. The fact is they weren't raised to be that. You're trying to talk somebody in being something that they were not raised to be. And the only reason that they would want to be that is because of the removal of government security, government programs, insecurity in the environment, and they want a sucker to sponsor their life. Shit's expensive, inflation is high. So that's the only incentive for a lot of these women is when the older ones that are hiding out in the church, they want a guy to pay for their retirement plan. They're looking for a retirement simp. And that's really what it comes down. You said the serpent in the Garden of Eden showed us how a game woman appealed to the feelings, instinct, and self-interest. It's all about self-interest. That's at this point, because they don't care about you and being under your leadership. They don't want to be under your leadership. They just want to be under your wallet. And some of these dudes are stupid to think that if I just pay all these bills and I have money, this woman's going to submit to. No, she'll just move the goalposts and move the goalposts again and move the goalposts again. Whatever standard that these delusional dudes tell you that you have to meet for the woman to listen to you, they will keep moving the goalposts. The woman will keep moving the goalposts because it's not in her nature to listen to you. You know? Yeah, he say Top Gun said a big percentage of these women that bash masculine men and promote the panda bears really practice, let's be honest, honestism. Yeah, I mean that's what they like. Bashing men, many-ish. And you know what's so funny, Top Gun? A lot of us brothers too, man, we used to, we see the guys like Derek Jackson and all these other panda bears and be like, yo, you're destroying the women and destroying the. But nowadays, man, I look at a guy like Derek Jackson, I say, man, he's a smart businessman. He's a smart businessman, because they don't want anything else. That's all they want. They want to be lied to. They want delusion. They want fantasy. That's what they support. So salute to Derek Jackson. Salute to all the ace metaphor Derek Jackson dudes selling them a dream. Go ahead and sell them that dream, because that's all they care about. They don't care about no truth, because the moment you say something truthful, you're a misogynist. You hate women. So let the panda bears reign. Yeah, let them wild out, let them crash out, let them go on this T-app. Again, let them live in this type of delusion. Let them live in this type of delusion, because they're gonna do it anyhow. Yeah, you're not changing anything with them. So you just follow along. Oh wow, yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, interesting. Hey, you go, girl. Fascinating, isn't it? Oh wow, that's your perspective. That's an interesting perspective. Why do you think what you think? That's how you talk to them. Oh, okay. Wow, yeah. Wow. You let dude came over last week and he smashed without a condom? Man, wow, that must have been good, huh? Hey, it is what it is, man. So what attracted you to him? Oh, he was this? Oh, wow. For real, you like them type of dudes? Yeah, okay. That's excellent, girl. Choices is choices. You can't help what you like. You like what you like, right? That's how you talk to them. Let them talk. Let them talk. Oh, wow. You got 20 men in your DM? Man, girl, you're looking good. I understand why they're in your DM. Don't push back against the wave. Let the flow with the river. Get on that kayak and just flow with the river. Flow with the rapids. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to take part, but let them tell their truth. Let them tell all of their truth. Then you know how to deal with them. You know what they're about. Let them run their mouth. And then you can say, oh, okay. Well, it's been good talking to you. I'm glad we had such a wonderful conversation. Hey, I'm going to head right now to lunch, and I'll talk to you later. All right, take care. All right, bye. And that's how you do. That's how you do these women. Don't push back against anything they say. Let them run their mouth. And that dating, relationship, at the job, out there. I'm not talking about your family members. Family members, that's different. But random women out here, man, let them run. Yeah, exactly. You said it right. To the point that they don't even care about truth. They don't. They don't want truth. They want bullshit. Let them think that this exists, right? Let them have this fantasy in their head. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. You know, you can have another one in a minute. You're right. You know, we know this is the deal with the women, right? We know this is the deal with them. We know what's out here as men. Like, let them keep continuing in their fantasy. You know? Yeah. Yep, absolutely. He said, you're not going to tell them. And the truth of the matter is, you don't want to provoke their silence. You know, you don't want to provoke their silence. You want information, and especially if you're trying to vet them for whatever you know, you can, you know, whatever you're trying to do. And it is what it is, man. But they'll keep telling you, oh, I got a lot of options. You know, I got guys in my DM. I got guys trying to get at me. I got guys trying to holler at me. They'll be like, a peaceful life, you don't know what you're talking about. How that Beyonce song say, I can have another with you in another man in a second. Yep, you can. You can have another sausage in a second. And that's where we're at. So with that being said, gentlemen, I'm going to get out here for the day. Guys, hit the like button. Make sure you support the channel. We're going to start doing a little more of these live streams and having more, you know, broadened conversation. But like I understand what podcasts are for. I understand the business of it. I can't be sitting around talking to these women. I already know what they think. And I'm not trying to lecture them or change anything what they think. In fact, let me put that up here. I'm not trying to, you can't. You just can't. You can't. All you'll do is give yourself a migraine headache. But anyhow, you guys enjoy your Saturday, man. Let these wild horses run free. That T app is one of the best things that ever happened. Exposed the debauchery. But I'm out, gentlemen. Take it easy, man. Take care of yourself.